Hi guys! So this is going to be a little bit different of a video. Mainly kind of trying to promote my book that I'm sure a lot of my followers, which there are not very many, but thank you for who is following me. It's really sweet. Thank you. But I am actually extremely close to publishing my book. Like, by Thanksgiving, it could actually be on shelves, so it's actually happening. So, what I've actually set up is, because publishing is not cheap, and I'm publishing it through a company, and they are going to be doing hard copies, paperbacks. They're going to help do the copyrighted materials of it, and actually have my own editor and everything like that for my book. So it's going to cost upwards to rounding up about $800. So at the moment I have a Go FundMe set up online, and I actually put the link in the description so you can go to it and help me donate. It would really help me out, even just $5. And even if I don't get to, my goal, every little bit helps at least get me partially there. So it would really help me out. And I really want to try to do incentives by giving out a book. I'm thinking at this moment right now, if you do anything over $10, I will probably give you a copy. It just really depends on my how many. I think they're giving me about 10 copies of paperbacks. So I'll have about $10 or 10 copies to give out. So, but like I said, any donation is really helpful. I'd really appreciate it. But so yes, it's GoFundMe. It's GoFundMe/flyers is the name of my book. And you'll see my little graphic on there, 2 girls and a fairy. And the graphic is not mine, by the way. I can't take credit for that. A friend of mine did that. It won't be in the book, though. So, but anyway, so I wanted to make this video, first of all, asking for donations, but also because I finally got a drawer open on my desk that has been shut because when I painted it, I don't think it was completely dry, and it like sticks to the other parts of the paint when you close the drawer. So I finally got it open, and I looked in my little envelope thing that I've had for like ever, just like a normal envelope, and I had all my things that I've written from, like, I think the oldest one is like 2003, when I was in middle school. So, is it middle school? Middle school, like beginning of high school. So yeah, I kind of want to just let you guys, like, I started reading some of these and realized how terrible they are, but it's very nostalgic for my pleasure. I have a lot of them that I'm really proud of, but this one is probably my favorite. It's called Locked Inside. This is extremely short. This is only 1 page, but it's an entire story. I don't think this was for school. I think I just did this for fun. But I loved it so much that I made a Locked Inside 2. Don't worry, it's only a legend. Or is it? And Locked Inside 3. Is Brian just a human, or could he be something else? So, and the little catchphrase is, for the first one, is the school legend you'll never forget. I really want to read it to you. It's going to take a while, though. I don't know how much you actually want to hear me blab on. But first of all, the grammar is horrid. There's parts in it where I actually put O, like, just the letter O instead of actually putting OH for things. So if you can see it, like right there. Oh yeah. And even the spelling, like one of the first things I misspelled was legend, which I put L-E-N-G-E-N-D, so legend. And just the amount of periods I put after things, like the little, can't remember what you call those things, but the eclipses or whatever they're called. I don't remember. But basically what that one is about is, it's this, like, Halloween or whatever, and it's a legend about, like, a serial killer inside of the school and ends up killing kids or something like that. And the first one is, like, I just read it, so that's how I remember. There's, like, 2 girls that had to stay after school to do homework or something, and then it starts raining, and all the doors get locked, and they're locked inside, and, you know, they're freaking out, and they hear all these noises and things, like, coming from a blender, and, like, sharp knives, and then, wood shaving somewhere, and they find out, like, this guy that the main girl has a crush on made her a strawberry smoothie, and, baked her a cake for her birthday, because it was her birthday too. And he made her a wooden box that said "I love you" on it, and all this crap, and it's just so bad. But I think the second one, I can't remember what happens in the second one. But yeah, this one's a little bit longer, so that's the first page, and then this, the middle of it, and then the end of it. And then the third one, it's a little bit longer. It looks bigger type though. And then the middle of it. And also, if you notice, it's being held together with tape and staples, because that's how classy I am. I don't even know who Justin is. There's a Justin in this one. So, but anyway, they're super fun. I never want to get rid of them, even though they're horrible. It's good memories. I made stories for fun. Like, I started writing forever ago. And, I, considered doing writing as my profession, but I don't think I'd like doing it as much if I professionally did it. Like, even if my book does go really far, which I'm hoping it does, if I want to make a sequel, I'll make a sequel, but I don't want to, like, join a company that makes me write a sequel or something, because I just won't enjoy it as much, so. And then another one I wrote was Missing Identity. This was in 2003, and this was very closely related to my life at the time, where I used to go online and talk to people in chat rooms with AOL Messenger and Yahoo and things like that. And I saw this part in here which kills me because there's no chat rooms anymore anywhere. Where did it have it? So this girl, she's like 15, and she starts talking to this guy online. And they have, their user screen names and stuff like that. And they start asking the question, the ASL? You guys, it doesn't show it very well, but do you guys remember ASL, age, sex, location? God, I'm aging myself so bad right now. But it's basically about this guy who finds her, basically. He says he's 15 or something, and he's not. He's actually like 30, and he tries to stalk her and kill her and things like that. So, yeah, it's funny because I used to go on chat rooms all the time, and then I wrote a book about being stalked and killed and things like that. Luckily, that's never actually happened to me, but several people have warned me. How do you know it's really them? It could be some fat 60-year-old man that's, or woman or truck driver or something. And it's like, oh my god. I'm like, I'm not that retarded. I don't just give away my location and address and shit to anybody. So yeah, that's what that one's about. And I think I started making a sequel for it, and then I just didn't because it got really weird. And then this one, I just saw this right before I started recording. This one's called Angel, and it's not religious at all. It's actually, I think she's a vampire in this one. But this actually has chapters in it. This one's pretty long. How many pages is this one? 17 pages. It looks like I did want to continue it, and I never did. It ended on chapter 4, so. But chapter 1 is called The Secret is Out, which I think she ends up, like, they're driving, and then she ends up, like, there's this tree branch that falls, and then, like, she makes it hover and, like, go, like, on the side of the road. Then chapter 2 is called The Escape. And my cats are going to kill each other. Oh man, I have to read this when I get done with this. And then chapter 3 is called Angel's Dark Side. This one seems a little bit more established than my other ones. I can tell because I think the dialogue is a lot better in this one, where it actually starts a new paragraph. I think. Yeah, like this one has a lot of dialogue in it. With like more starting of the sentences and things like that. So, yeah. So this one, I don't know when this was written. I want to say probably 2007, 2006 maybe. Before I graduated high school. And then I have other random things. I read this one earlier today, and this is the most fucked up story I've ever written in my life. I really want to put it in the description, but I don't know, it's pretty fucked up. It reminds me of Jenna Marbles, where she does her like little descriptions and the things. I don't know if she does it anymore, but she like writes these whole like stories down that just make no sense at all, but they're hilarious. It reminds me of that. But it's about an ugly ferret woman. This is a summary on Angel, actually. Interesting. The title at the bottom is called The Lost Soul. I'll have to read that too. And then I think this is a dream that I had that I wrote down that was very, very specific. And it's funny for those of you that like dreams and can remember stuff really well. I can remember a lot of my dreams, but a lot of them I can't. And no matter how much I read this, I have read this like probably a few years ago. No matter how much I actually read this, I do not remember this dream at all. Like, it doesn't come back to me at all. Like, I'm glad I wrote it down because it seemed like it was interesting. But yeah, I was like on a farm, so pretty interesting. Anywho, yeah, so, oh, I have some drawings and stuff too, if you're interested in seeing any of those. If not, you're welcome to, you know, turn this off and go to Go FundMe. Let's see. Oh, I did a Hey Arnold drawing. This is all from memory, so thank you. It's pretty good, right? I even have what they normally say. Right? Look at the details in Gerald's hair. I mean, come on. Come on. And then I have this super bitchin' picture of a horse that has stains on it. My horse has, like, the skinniest legs and the fattest stomach. Like, and the weirdest shaped head I've ever seen. That poor horse. Let's see. Oh, I did this, which I thought was really cool. I did this just for fun, too. But it's like, you can tell what they are. Light and dark, and Beauty and Beast. I think that was my favorite one. Water, fire, blah, blah, blah. That was fun. Oh, and this is like one of my proudest drawings that I've ever done, even though it's terrible now. But I love doing her hair, if you can tell, because she has a lot of it. but her eyebrows are super duper tiny and her eyes are huge. To be fair, this is how I still draw, so I can't really hate on it too much. Oh, this is also a drawing that I did when I was my first Valentine in 1990. Yeah! Skills of an artist. Oh, this is Jamie. I don't know why I kept this. This is terrible. Look at her boobs. They are so saggy. And her hands are like weird, and her eyes, and like, ugh. All of it. And then I did like acronyms for her name. It's just so bad. Oh, wait. Anyway. I have other things in here too, but I don't want to bore you guys anymore, so. Yeah. So, anywho. Yeah, so I just kind of wanted to talk about my book a little bit. So hope you guys donate just a little bit, even $1, doesn't matter. But I will definitely keep in touch. If you put your name on there, it'll tell me who donated, and I will be able to send you a thank you note, and possibly send you maybe a digital copy of my book. So we'll see how that goes. So, and there's also a description of my book in my Go FundMe too, in case you forgot. But I'm pretty sure I put it on another video for that. So, but anywho, yeah. So, not really too much of an update on myself right now. So I don't want to make this super long. So, I'm gonna go make my cats calm down now because they're going crazy. So, okay, love you guys. Bye.